Top in the morning, top in the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I am. Your alien government with inside the government ain't who they say they are. Trust me on this, I know these things. Before I get started, I want to ask God to look out for a friend of mine out here on YouTube. I know he's struggling financially. I even know he's hungry. I ask you, Lord, to bless the man with some finances to help him through this time. I also ask you to guide him through this time because I know he's angered. I know he's not thinking in the right mind. Bless him with understanding, patience. Thank you. All right. I had to say that. And I know a friend of mine out here is struggling, and I just, I hate to see anybody struggling in life financially, or because you can struggle financially and it turn into something mentally too. So I just want God to help them, guide them through, give them the strength to know that everything's going to be all right. Well, this ought to be a good weekend for some protests. If that's what you want to call them. I mean, if I was Trump, I'd just go ahead and send them in because they're getting too violent, man. They always get violent. I don't know. I don't know why people want to sit there and protect pedophiles and rapists and murderers and crooks, and I just don't know why people want to sit there and protect these people. But I understand that the mainstream news and the politicians on that side literally are mind effing these people into believing things that ain't true. But to be controlled by an evil force, then you're weak. You're weak. Been to a lot of protests, man, and not one time did I ever get violent. And for that so-called mega protester that keeps going to Minnesota, I think he got arrested today anyway. The one from Michigan, you're a racist piece of shit, dude. You don't represent us. You don't represent us at all, man. You just go in there and you're throwing out racist bullshit. And I hope you did get arrested. I do believe you got arrested today. But you tried to turn it into a worse situation and shit, man. All for clicks. Well, we'll see how far that gets you, man. But yeah, this ought to be a good weekend for so-called protesters. But boy, they are violent, man. They destroy shit left and right. Fucking throw frozen bottles of water at these ICE agents. That's period. I don't give a shit, man. Assault and battery is assault and battery. I don't give a shit if it's with a car or a bottle of frozen water, you spit on them, whatever, man. It don't matter. It's assault and battery, man. But you don't see the governor or the mayor trying to bring down the heat by having law enforcement agencies and state police, sheriffs, local police there. You don't see that, man, because they keep saying that Trump wants this, where he can bring in the army. No, they want it for Trump does bring in the army. But Trump's, man, he's a very highly intelligent individual, man. He's always thinking ahead, man. You know, he understands. He could have done it already if he wanted to. He could have done it already if he wanted to. But he understands, man. That's what they want. For they can just blast it all over the TV again and shit, man. And all over the internet saying, oh, look at Trump did. He brung in the military. Blah, 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 blah. You know, they're not giving them credit for Venezuela. They're not giving them credit over what's happening in Iran. You know, they're not giving them credit for what happened in Iran when they got bombed. You know, he gets none of these credits of a few wars that he stopped. The gas prices going down, food prices going down. You know, they keep saying that look at the economy and how bad it is. Well, that's because of fucking Biden. Excuse my mouth, but it's truth and facts, man. It's because of the Biden administration and shit. With all them woke fucking, I gotta be careful, you know. But all these woke, I gotta be careful. Individuals that were destroying this country within. Are some of their ideas good? Sure, some of them are good, you know. But you know what, man? Like for the Green Deal and shit, man. Slowly roll that shit out, man. Slow ball it, man. You know, you compact all that shit at one time and shit, and it's too much of a stress for one on the economy, and for two, it's just fraud after fraud after fraud. Remember Obama with the what was it? The battery plant or whatever and shit it was and shit, the billions of dollars he gave that, and then they went bankrupt and shit. You know, think about it. You know, it's fraud after fraud after fraud. And they look, man, some of the Republicans do the exact same thing. But and I think of all the fraud that's going on here just in the United States of America and shit, and I think of the homeless people and the people got mental health issues and shit. We could resolve that. We could resolve hunger in the United States of America by taking all that fraud and putting it towards that. You know, you could have took all that fraud in Minnesota. We're just going to say Minnesota because it's all over the place, man. But let's just say Minnesota. You could have took all that fraud and put it in the low-income parts of that state for some educational programs, on-the-job training programs, such as, you know, like I said before, working on air conditioners, working on cars, whatever, you know, plumbing, whatever. You could have took that money and put it towards programs to train individuals and even paid them while they're being trained, and gave the companies that are training these individuals so much money for doing it, and still had billions and billions of dollars left over. They don't do it. It's just more easier to fraud than it is to help out my brothers and sisters that really need it, man. In the African American community, I've been saying this, and I said this when I first got here, they're going to turn, man, and they have turned. They turned when they voted for Trump last election. And they're turning even more now because they see all the fraud that happened and shit, and they're no longer useful foot soldiers. They've been replaced with these migrants, illegal aliens from all around the world. They've been replaced. They don't need them no more, and they're realizing it. They're just getting kicked underneath the bus, man. And you can go on YouTube and you can watch video after video after video after video of African Americans in the United States of America that are pissed off, and they rightfully should be, but they've been being used since day one, man, from day one. But time, it's all about time. That's who I am, Ben Time Trevor. It's all about time. You know, things come full circle on my YouTube channel. It's like yesterday. Let me turn this around here. We weren't supposed to get all this snow that you see out here. We weren't even supposed to get anywhere near this much snow. And the guy on WXYZ, Channel 7, Detroit News, the weather guy there, I have personally talked to this man about things going on above our heads. You got to be careful, you know, the words you use, because the algorithm will put a disclaimer underneath my video. But I talked to him about the things that have been going on overhead. And this guy was in the Air Force, and he denied it. You know, that's not happening. That's not true. You know, but more than once I've watched him, like, for instance, today, talk about the amount of snow we got, and we weren't supposed to get this amount of snow, and try to explain it, justify it, but he really can't. And it just goes to show you that he's ignorant of the truth. It's not that he's working for that side or anything. He's just ignorant of the truth. But once he realizes what's really going on, then maybe he'll have a change of heart. I don't know. You know, being a weatherman on a major news channel, I doubt he'll jeopardize his job anytime soon. But but I knew what was happening. I went to the store the other day and noticed what was going on above our heads, and the guy in the store even noticed it. And here we are, man. That's not a major amount of snow, but it was enough that our roads ain't been plowed in 2 days. They ain't plowed the roads in 2 days because they weren't expecting this. But it's not that amount. It's not a lot of amount of snow, man. Maybe 6 inches tops, if that. If that. But we weren't supposed to get even that, man. I ain't got a lot to say tonight, man. More or less come out here and want to say a prayer for my friend out there in YouTube world and shit. Just hope that God takes care of him, man. I really do. I personally, I can't, man. I'm above water and stuff, man, but after buying this new vehicle and then end up putting 2,300 hours into it, which I was okay with. It's a damn nice vehicle, but was expecting to put a whole 2,300 hours in it. Still need one more thing done to it, but I got the ball joints done on each side, got the shocks, struts, whatever, on the front. Couple of sensors done. I don't know all what I got done on it. I forget, man. 2,300 hours worth anyway. And I still got one more thing. I gotta get the fuel injector sensor done. I was tapped out, man. I'm tapping out right now. I'm at 2,300 dollars. I can't go no more, man. Maybe we'll get it a couple more weeks. It running great anyway. Still runs great, man. But if I financially could help out my brother, I would, man. But I believe in God, and I don't never ask for anything for myself. I think God will. He'll take care of my brother. But in reality, my brother should take care of himself. He should he should apply what knowledge he's got and restructure his life from the past events that's taken place. He's not a bad guy. He's not done anything that's bad at all. He ain't done nothing wrong at all. Period. But once you start spiraling, things get worse and worse and worse, and I just don't want that to happen to him, man. I got to turn on the heat a little bit, man. It's going to get really cold here in Michigan. Yeah, I'm going to go in for a little bit and watch some of the protests there and laugh at the dumbasses. I mean, they just get away with some shit, though, don't they? FBI car and shit, taking the safe out of there with the gun safe and shit, man. Well, he got arrested. Gangbanger. He got arrested, but they always say it's peaceful protest, man. There ain't nothing damn peaceful about it, man. And as an individual, you can only take so much, man, being poked at, pushed on, hit on. You can only take so much before you finally snap and just suck a person back, you know? Oh, who's it out? I didn't bring my damn glasses. M8, how you doing over there in Hawaii? Can't see. I hope you're still here. I miss you. Finally got to take this 4x4 out in the snow, man. Handles pretty damn good, man. It's got automatic 4x4 low anyway, but traction. But I put it in 4x4 to see what she really got. She did pretty good, man. Is that my friend John Boy in the house? Good to see you, brother. Peace, love, and understanding. Much respect for you, man. If you hear a knock at the door, John Boy, don't be afraid. Just hang in there. Good things come to those that are believing. Just gotta believe. That's all. You just gotta believe, John Boy. Trust me on this, man. I never lie to you. I'll never steer you wrong, man. But it is cold here, John Boy. It's gonna get colder. We got that Arctic blast coming. We're gonna get down below zero. I got plenty of cat food stocked up. I got their heaters are working good in their houses, their water dishes. If I can keep damn water in it, damn, man. The most I cats drink a lot of water, man. I fill it up 4 times a day. And when it's empty, the little kitten sits inside the water dish because it's hot, you know. It's for the water don't freeze. It'll sit inside that water dish to keep its butt warm. It's funny. Yeah, got all the snow, John Boy, we weren't supposed to get. But that's okay. New vehicle's working fine, man. Cost me a lot of money to fix it. Damn, man. Yeah, oh yeah, I put a new belt on it too. Just to say, I want to do the spark next time. I gotta do the fuel injector sensor. I want to do the spark plugs and the wires. I don't know if they'd got. I don't know. I imagine the spark plugs ain't never been done at all, man. Wouldn't got it a simple oil change. But yeah, she runs pretty good, man. Hopefully that fuel injector sensors save me on gas, because she's a bear on gas, though, man. I ain't used to putting. I'm used to putting a lot of oil in my car, but I ain't used to putting this much gas in it. Yeah, I can't believe they ain't plowed the roads yet, man. And all that's going to do is freeze. And then when they plow it at the end of the driveway, it's all going to freeze and be a solid block of ice, man. I've seen them go down roads going north and south, but they ain't done the roads going east and west. They did the main drags today, put down salt, and let the cars take care of the rest, I guess. I don't know why we pay taxes. Yeah, I'll go in. I got me a double bacon cheeseburger from a good restaurant. That's what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. Wanted a cup of chicken noodle soup. Well, not a cup, a bowl. Actually, 2 bowls. But every time I go there, all they got is that lemon chicken rice, man. Oh, yeah. It's all right, but I've made it so many times in the restaurant business, man, that I just wanted some chicken noodle soup, man. But they don't seem like they never have it, man. The other restaurants always got it. They got the best chicken noodle soup, man, in town. I had some chili last night, and I like that home style chili. I usually make it myself, but I'm the only one that eats it here. and I being a cook, I always making a big pot of it, man. But I just brought a can of that home style chili. I like it, man. It's pretty good. It's not that thick, crappy shit. See, there goes the guy. Just went right through the yield sign with the trailer and shit. Just had a guy down here before it snowed, man. Fucking doing 80 miles an hour. Yeah, when my car was down, a friend of mine gave me a ride to the grocery store. And what comes around goes around. His car went down. I took him back and forth to work a couple of days. But the guy works too hard, man. He said he should. I thought he was going to retire in 6 months. Now he's talking about staying on for a couple more years and shit. I just wish he would retire. they they run him. He's been there for so long, and he knows everything about that place from top to bottom. But I mean, he makes over $100,000 a year. That may not seem like a lot to a lot of people in other states, but Michigan, man, and that's good money. But now he's got to no overtime on tax, man. He ought to be do pretty good, man. So I forget what he makes on Saturdays and Sundays. I think it's like 5 to 800 hours a day. I think Sunday he makes 800. Yeah, I was supposed to get a check today and didn't show up. I kind of had that feeling, but that's okay. I'm not really hurting the bad at all, so things are actually starting to look a lot better, man. Instead of having change left over in my pocket and having some dollar bills left over, that's a good thing, man. It's gonna have to be a good thing with this gas hog here, man. But that's what I get for getting a bigger vehicle, man. But I just didn't want to be driving around in a smaller car and shit and getting stuck, man. Well, we've been lucky. We ain't had a lot of snow. But they sure messed up yesterday on the forecast, man. Or night before that. Yeah, as soon as it got done snowing about 3:30 in the morning, I came right outside and hit that sidewalk and driveway, man. Because I know the next day, usually right after it snows, it's calm and it's not so cold. And if you wait for morning and the sun is to start popping up, what sun we get, it starts to get windy and it gets cold, And I'm watching my neighbor next door. He was snow blowing his sidewalk, and it was just blowing right in his face, man. No, I got mine done about 3:30. So 3:30 in the morning. As soon as it quit snowing, I was out here doing it. I need to put down some salt now, but we'll wait. I always keep salt on my sidewalk. Yeah, Trump's doing a good job, man. It's too bad these socialist, communist pigs can't accept the facts and truth, man. I can't stand them, man. I can't stand socialism or communism, man. But I don't know why these lefties want it to begin with, man, because they don't understand it. That's why, they think everything's free and shit, and everything's gonna be free, but they don't understand that it don't last long, man. They just use you and shit for a minute, shit, give you this free, give you that free and shit, and then all of a sudden it's all gone, man. Next thing you know, you're standing in a bread line, a ration line, and what rations you get now, like Cuba and shit, it ain't nothing, man. It gets less and less and less and less and less till there ain't no more. It's all gone. Only the fat, rich pigs stay healthy. Yeah, like I said, I didn't have a lot to talk about, man. I just wanted to touch base with God with a friend of mine and because it's a weekend. You'll have more paid protesters shipped in and more chaos. Which is, it's like a soap opera to me right now. Been observing this shit for many, 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 many moons. And it never changes, man. We don't talk about all the Christians being crucified all around the world. Not at all, man. It's just acceptable, man, that people are murdered for their religion or their belief. That's what with the people on the left. Whatever country you're in, and let's say you're gay, and you sit there and you stick up for these people, Hamas or whatever, and don't you realize you're the first one they're gonna kill? Go to Dearborn, Michigan, man, and wear your red dress, dude. Go to Dearborn, Michigan, and wear your red dress, dude. I go on, go in one of them Muslim restaurants, man, with your red dress on and get flamboyant and shit. Go on. And the people that you're sitting there siding with, go. I challenge you, man. I challenge you to challenge yourself in your braveness. You won't do it. You won't do it at all. I challenge you to go to low-income parts of your town. Like go to Detroit or go to Chicago or Cleveland or Los Angeles and low-income part of it and observe the struggle that they go through and understand that all that fraud is being taken from them people. And I know a good percentage of homeless people don't want help. A good percentage of them, that's their lifestyle. That's what they choose. That's what they like to live like that. That's fine. I get it too. I've been there. I've done that, man. There's a point in time in my life that I just had to get away from everything and just not lose myself, but find myself. And without any means whatsoever, financially or anything, to understand the struggle that was going on within inside me. That's where the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings, came in, and He guided me to these places. He guided me through that. He guided me to an understanding. I didn't have to live that lifestyle. I chose to at that time. And it just made me so much better of a human being, man, to understand myself and the struggles that other people go through. Till you go through them struggles, you don't understand. You don't understand how it is to be homeless, how it feels to be hungry. I was homeless and went down to Florida. And I worked. I worked every day. You got, that. I can't remember the name of it, man. But you go in and they'll send you off to a job, and you get paid when you get back, and you got paid every day, which was even harder because once you got paid every day, what little bit you got paid for that day, try to find a room to lay down in and get yourself a little something to eat. You had nothing left. You worked hard for that. But see, it made me a better person because It just did, by working hard like that for that one day and struggling and have to find a room to rent, get something to eat, and have nothing left over the next day and have to get up and do it over and over. But I challenged myself, man. Like I said, I didn't have to do it. I was all right. Jobs are plentiful here. I always had a place to rest my head. But I just had to experience it for real and realize that at any given time that it could become reality anyway. It could become reality tomorrow. But I'm prepared. Excuse me. Woo! That moon rock, man. Woo! Gotta quit smoking it. Woo! But I love that moon rock. I like the snow cap too, but snow cap's really fragile. It's really dry. It breaks up good. Smokes real good. But it goes quick. The moon rock, I put that hard ass bud in there last night and I'm still smoking on it. Oh no, wait, I think I put a little bit more in there today. Take that back. I just did it. Yeah, I can't wait till we get a foot of snow. And it's black. It shows that salt, man. I wish we wouldn't use salt here in the state of Michigan, but wrecks are shit, man. That's why I had to put new brake lines on here. Put copper ones on. I don't know if brake lines are better than the old ones or not, man. It seems to me that that's real soft metal too. But one brake line was gone, but I had them do all four of them, man. There's no sense in doing one. Not here in the state of Michigan, anyway. You gotta get me a phone holder. I don't want one that sticks to the window. Last time, man, that shit melted all on my window, man. I kept on thinking today was Saturday. I don't know why, man. Lose the time, I guess. It starts interweaving into itself with colors and shapes and maybe you don't know, but I've been around, man. I've been around for a long time, and I've seen a lot of things in my life. I always try to, Well, I always have been on the right side, and all throughout history, I've seen it. It's always the left because they're so damn evil, getting away with it, you know. And then the Christians and the good people, they just keep allowing themselves to be abused, and I just don't understand it. I just don't. But I guess I'm thankful that the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings, has put that into people to not retaliate back, to resist the violent side of things, because I know in the near future that it's no longer that the people that are on the right side they're no longer in the future going to take the abuse no more, and it's going to get really ugly because most of the people on the right believe in guns, and the ones on the left, most of them don't believe in guns, but all the gang bangers, the thieves, you know, they do. They carry guns. Not legally, but they carry guns. Well, there's more people on the right that bear arms than there is on the left. That's what I'm trying to say, man. And it gets ugly. And more professional people that respect the guns, you know, not as some toy or some weapon to go rob somebody. Respect them as self-defense. I just can't believe they plowed these damn roads. Maybe they didn't get my taxes. And they didn't pay enough taxes this year so far to be able to do it. I don't know. That moon rock makes me choke, man. The neighbors that caught my house on fire, their dog got loose. It was on my front porch. So I went over there and knocked on the door, you know, and they freaked out, man. Oh, no, what's he going to do, you know, because I kind of had it out with them, you know. But they're good people. They really are good people, man. I just got frustrated for a minute, you know. But a lot of things were going on, and little things were building up, you know. I think catching my house on fire was the last straw, but I really didn't get too upset about that. But anyway, they were freaking out when I was at their door, you know. I don't know, they thought I was going to go off on them or something or not. And I said, hey, I don't want your dog or anything to get hurt, but your dog got out. It's on my front porch, you know. And they're like, wow, you know. Yeah. They're good people. They really are, you know. He didn't mean to catch my house on fire. He's deeply, they're deeply religious, but you should never look at you shouldn't look down upon other people, man. That's maybe not as fortunate as you know. You shouldn't judge. Shouldn't judge me. Shouldn't judge. Just shouldn't judge, man. That's not what it's about. See, the guy next door to me, he's a registered sex offender. And that's how this all started. He's a registered sex offender. Well, when they first moved in, the people on the other side of me, his daughter was on the phone talking. I was walking down the sidewalk doing some yard work, I think. And I heard her say that something about a registered sex offender. She was looking right at me, talking on the phone to somebody about it. And I went off on her. I don't know who the hell you calling a registered sex offender, man. I said, but that's slander and definition of character and blah blah blah. Besides that, that's an ass whipping, you know. And but so what I think happened was she thought my address was my neighbor on the other side of me's address. But that's when it all started with his daughter. But after I went off on her, his daughter ain't never been back over here since. I told her I'll knock you on your ass. I don't give a shit. You don't. That's them are fighting words, you know. I don't know what the hell you think. That's what it started, and then little things were happening and shit, you know. Like his dog constantly barking. Time you let it out and leave it outside for 3, 4 freaking hours, and that dog would just bark, 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 bark. One day I had a migraine and shit, and it was probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was trying to lay down and get rid of the migraine, and I opened up my window and he was outside. I says, "There's something wrong with your effing dog, man." Why is that? I said, "It don't never shut up, bro." I said, "It just constantly barks, man." I said, "You need to take it somewhere and get it to unwind and get it exhausted, do something with it, man. Get it sighted out in the dog park or something. I don't know. Let's go chase some squirrels out there. I don't know." But to his credit, he's got it under control. He don't let both dogs out at the same time, and it still barks, but not as much. So I give him credit for it. I think he took it to doggy school. But there's other things were going on. They were trying to take a couple inches of my property, you know. It just don't seem like a lot to people, man. A couple inches is a couple inches, you know. Planting shit on my property, I don't want it there, you know. So I just had them let them know where the boundaries were at. Like we put a steel fence on the side of our house because the people that lived there, oh, I don't know, 20 some years ago, they would park their car right next to our house and leave it running. And we kept on asking them, "Hey, could you move your car, man? The fumes are coming in our window and stuff, man. Anyway, you're parking on our property." Well, the asshole wouldn't do it. And, that's when I first met her. This was already going on, and she told me about it. So I just went and had a fence put right there, and ended that problem. Well, when John, the new guy, moved in, he thought that was his fence because I got a wooden fence goes all around my backyard, privacy fence, but can only put certain fences in Port Huron. You know, I can't put a fence all around my yard and shit, man, because it's cold and shit, whatever. But I could put a steel fence. And there goes an asshole. Yeah, go ahead and lose it. But I can put a steel fence there, man. But yeah, it solved the problem. But anyway, he thought it was his. And he was going to dig it up and build a new wooden fence. Whoa, 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 what are you doing, bro? "Oh, he's going to take up that fence." I said, "Well, you should have asked first, man." So that's my fence, man. "Oh, is it?" Yeah. So I still got the receipt for today, man. Port Huron fencing. "Oh, okay. Yeah, but you should have asked." It's like this one right here.